Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn SQL with Shahid. In last video we are discussing about the copy only backup. So what is copy only backup? Whenever the client request in middle of the week, okay, we have the backup strategy from Sunday full backup. From Monday to Saturday we are having differential backup and hourly T-log backup we are performing. So whenever the client request in the middle of the week to take ad hoc backup, so we have to take only with copy only backup, so that differential chain won't get disturbed. And same like that, we have to perform T-log copy only backup whenever the client asks to us to take T-log backup manually half an hour, for example 3 to 4 hours in between 30 hours, that 30 minutes gap, whatever the client is asking to take the backup without disturbing the LSN chain, we have to perform T-log backup. These things I have discussed in my previous classes. So today I am taking you guys to the demo and showing you how the copy only backups work. Okay, so this will be the command, and I will be right click on this instance new query. So here consider this full backup. Okay, on Sunday I am taking the full backup. If you see this command, backup database copy only to disk equal to path, okay, this will be the full backup. And I am taking differential backup 1 and differential backup 2. In the middle of the week, that is Wednesday, I am taking full backup with copy only, okay. And another differential backup 3 I am taking, and fourth differential backup also I am performing here. So first, to understand the demo, I will be executing this. I have to first create the database, new database, copy only, DBA I am creating. So after creating the database, you have to execute this full backup, okay. When you take the full backup, if you go to that path, you will see here in backup, okay, copy only backup, full backup we have took. Now we are performing on Monday differential backup 1. On Tuesday I am performing differential backup 2. So on Wednesday client request me to take copy, means to take full backup. So to not disturb differential chain, so I am taking a copy only backup in middle of the week, okay. So this all differential 1, differential 2, differential 3, differential 4 refers to full backup 1 now, because I took copy only backup, and I am running this differential backup 3 and differential backup 4. So this differential backup 1, 2, 3, 4 is referring full backup 1 now, without disturbing the differential chain. So here is the proof. Here I have one more query. So if you execute this, you will be coming to know. So here, if I execute this restore header only from this equal to full 1, here backup time 1 you will be knowing, and we have the information, okay, username, server name, database name, and database creation date, first LSN, checkpoint LSN, database backup type 1 means full backup, okay. So same like that I will be running this all restore header only command from the full backup and differential backup, so that I will be knowing the information of all the backups which I took recently. Here if you check here, full backup has 1, okay, backup time. Differential backup type means type 5 means backup type 5 means differential backup. Now here I will show you. You have to observe here carefully. Now here CheckpointLSN is there. No, it is the full backup, okay. Here database backup LSN means this is the differential chain. If you scroll right, here see everything, it will be the same. This will be the base for all differential backups below. If I scroll, here you have to observe carefully. Here checkpoint LSN means this is full backup, okay, and whatever which I took down, it is the differential chain. So here if you see 456000001, for differential chain, it has not been disturbed here because in the middle of the week I took copy only, and also this also won't be disturbed. As you see, this all 5 backups are there now. It will be base for this. It will be referring this full backup. All for differential backup. See here 456000001, 456 This is the proof that if you take with copy only, then the differential chain won't be disturbed. So I again have another example. So now I'll be creating another database in the name of copy only db2. Okay. So I'll be going back, Control Z, new database. I'm creating now copy only db2. I'm just clicking OK. So now I'll be replacing this copy only db by copy only db2. For that we have to Control H, and you can change here. Now we have replaced. So we have this. Now I am performing the backup, full backup. First I am performing here. So and the second differential backup. Second one first differential backup. Third I am performing differential backup too. Now here before I have done with copy only, now I will be taking without copy only, normal backup I am performing. So normal backup is done. Now the differential chain has been affected. So I will be showing you after executing that restore header only command. So I have done this. Now I will be going to that command restore header only, Control V. Now I will be replacing this copy only db, Control H, and replace all. Okay. So if you execute this query, backup type 1, if you see here, okay, this is differential 1, differential 2. Again, if you come down here, I took normal backup. Type 1 means normal backup, okay. Full backup I took, okay. Full backup. Type 5 means again it is a differential backup, that is 3 and 4 differential backup. So again I will be scrolling right. You have to observe here. So I will be taking this up. So if you observe here now, here this CheckpointLSN where I took the full backup, this differential backup 1, differential backup 2 is referring to this full backup 1. This is the base for this 2 differential backup. And here if you observe, now here I took normal full backup, right? Here differential chain has been broken, okay, and it has been disturbed. It has disturbed differential chain. So you can see now here it has changed, okay. 4, 5, 6. This will be the base for these 2 backups. And after taking the full backup, normal full backup, these 2 differential backup 3 and 4 is referring to this LSN, okay, checkpoint LSN, as you see here. So this is the difference between copy only and normal backup whenever you take in the middle of the week. So hope you might have understood, guys. Next I will be explaining about tail log backup. Tail log backup is nothing but whenever the crash occurred, whenever the critical situation is there, at that time we will take this tail log backup. So we have the backup strategy, okay. Sunday full backup at 9 a.m. I will consider, okay. and Monday to Saturday differential backup, and hourly T-log backup. So consider the database crashes occurred at 8:45 p.m. Okay, whenever the normal backups will be running, okay, that is hourly backups will be running, okay, that is T-log backup. So Sunday full backup is running, and differential backup is also running every day at 9 a.m. and hourly T-log is backup is running. So at 8:45 the database 8:45 p.m. okay, Saturday 8:45 p.m. the database is crashed. Consider a scenario, okay, consider as a scenario, and here what we will do means tail log backup is also kind of a log backup, okay. This is like at the situation when we need the 45 minutes data loss is there not to recover that. We may recover, we may not. Sometimes we can't assure that completely we might recover, okay. So there might be 45 minutes in between, that also there might be data loss, so we can't assure, okay. You have to tell the interviewer that if anyone asking this question, then you have to tell that we may recover or may not recover in the tail log backup, okay, if you take the tail log backup. So whenever the tail log backup is taken, active log backups are written, okay, to the log file. So it will not truncate the log records at the disaster time if we take the tail log backup. So whenever we perform tail log backup, right, with no truncate option, it has mentioned in this command I will be showing here, with no truncate means whenever we take this it will not truncate. Whenever we take the normal tail log backup, it will normal transaction backup, it will truncate. And also it is possible to take the tail log backup when MDF file is corrupt, okay. So MDF file, the data file, primary data file or secondary data file is corrupted, that time also you can corrupt, but we can't take the tail log backup when the log file is corrupt, okay. So log file, tail log only means taking the backup of the log file. So if log file only corrupted, how to take, okay. So tail log backup means taking the backup of the logs, whichever the remaining 45 minutes data we need, we have to recover. So then at the time we will use. So we can restore the tail log backup with recovery, okay, at the last. Whenever we recover the full backup with no recovery, we have to restore the latest differential backup, that is at Saturday 9 a.m. and whatever the backup with no recovery only we have to restore. And what is with no recovery and all, I will be letting you know in next topic, that is restore topic. So we can restore the transaction log backup till 9 a.m. at 9 a.m. and also whatever the 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m. remaining, okay, after restoring 9 a.m. 9 a.m. is done by differential, and 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. we have to restore with no recovery. Whatever the till 8 p.m. we have restored, right? Whatever the remaining 45 minutes is there, now we can take backup, okay, with no truncate, okay. Normally we use this command backup log to disk equal to for transaction log backup, okay. So we at last, if you mention with no truncate means log will not truncate, and we will be taking that backup is known as tail log backup. So log will not be truncated. So it is possible to recover, okay, recover that 45 minutes data, that is the critical data, and there might be data loss also, we can't assure that, okay. So if tail log backup is not available, that 45 minutes data loss cannot be recovered. Also we can't assure that it may recover, okay. So this also you have to keep in mind. So we can use this strategy to take tail log backup and restore, okay. So hope you might have understood about the tail log backup. and this is the command we use. Okay, backup log db name database name to disk equal to path with no truncate. So next is partial backup. Partial backups are useful whenever we need to exclude read only file groups, and it does not contain all file groups. So that means if we have here ffg group we have, and right click on this, if you go to the properties, here file, so you have, right, we have one mdf file and two ndf file, that is this is primary, this is secondary data file. So whenever we go to file groups, here fg2 file group is there. Now if I kept in read only and click OK here, I have this command here. I can take this command. So control A, control V. If you see here, backup ffg, okay, read write file groups, okay, to disk equal to path. Here if you see, only you take the here only we can clearly see read write file group should be backed up, okay, and whatever the read only is there, it should be excluded. This one should be excluded here. So this backup should not be taken. If you run this backup, then that file group fg2 has been excluded. Why we take this? Why we need also like fg2 backup, file group backup? So every time if you take 10 times, 50 times, 100 times, there is no data changes happening. No data is writing to that file group. So why we need to take again and again the same copy of the file group backup? So we had to exclude that file group and take whatever the read write file group backup is there, we can take that. Okay, so this is the command. This is known as partial backup, and other is partial differential backup. Same like that we have taken for full backup right here. Same like that we can take the backup for differential. We will with the differential you had to mention at last. So if you mention differential means excluding file group 2, it will take the backup, okay, differential backup. So that is the difference, nothing great in that. Okay, we won't use this option also, sometimes we will be using this. And next is how to enhance the backup performance, okay, how to speed up the backup and how to fasten up the backup. So next discussion is about that. So we have the command here. For example, you have a 500 GB database, okay, that is backup DB having 500 GB data in the database. So if I perform full backup, now I've executed. For example, consider it is taking half an hour. So how to enhance, okay, how to speed up the backups? There is a method to speed up the backup. So also there is one answer to how to speed up the backup, how to make the backups to run faster. If someone asks, you can tell the answer has stripe backup, one answer. Okay, you can split the backup into 2 drives and take on both the drives. Okay, so that is known as stripe backup. That is one option. And we have here this we can increase the buffer count and you can increase the max transfer size to speed up the backup, okay, to make run backup faster. Here we have buffers, okay. In backup in backgrounds will be having buffer means it is a memory, okay. Whenever the backup is happening, it is taking from database, some worker thread is running, okay, through this process, and it is writing to the BAK file. Whenever we take the full backup, all the metadata, structure of the data, copies of the data, okay, data pages and log records is copying, right? So it is happening by this worker threads. So there is a process going on, okay. So if you see here, we are having, it will keep in buffers. Okay, so we have two types of threads, read thread, write thread. First, this whenever we take the backup, it will reader threads will read the files. Okay, whatever the full database has. Okay, so it will read and keep it in this buffer, and it will read, reader thread will read and writer thread will write to BAK file. So same like that, it will do one by one. First it will read one buffer and write to the BAK file, and again it will read one buffer by reader thread and it will write to the writer thread. Okay, it will not completely fill this buffer. Okay, here, and it will not do like that. It will fill one by one. And also here buffer size will be each 1 MB. Okay, here we have buffer, right? Buffer, this will be 1 MB, this will be 1 MB, this will be 1 MB. If I take it to this notepad, here paint, you will be understanding properly. Here we have this buffer, right? This will be 1 GB, 1 MB. This will be 1 MB. 1 MB. This will be 1 MB. Everything each it will be 1 MB. This buffer also 1 MB. So all 7 each buffers will be 1 MB. Okay, 1 MB, like that it will be having 1 MB for each buffer. We are having 7 buffer counts each. Okay, this will be 1 MB can be exceed up to 4 MB. Okay, this 1 MB is there. Now we can extend up to 4 MB as well. 4 MB, till 4 MB you can extend. Okay, we have 7 buffer. Okay, buffer counts are 7 here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, each buffer by default will be having 1 MB. 7 buffers into 1 MB means 7 MB. Okay, so you can say it like that. Also we have here blue color buffer, right? This everything is same only, it belongs to one only. We don't have writer thread different buffer, reader thread separate buffers, like that we don't have. We have only one buffer, only each buffers has 1 MB. 7 buffers by default we have. Okay, we don't have like 14 MB, don't confuse about that. So here buffer are there, no, like buffer counts can be increased whenever we need to run the bash this backups faster, no, then we have to increase the buffer counts here. Whenever we run the backups in backend, reader thread will be running. Okay, so now I'll be copying this. Okay, by default it will be 7 here. As I said, here it is 7 and here it will be 1. This max transfer size will be 1 MB by default. Okay, 1 MB like this. So we can modify. Okay, we can modify this as 14 buffers. Here buffer count we can increase. Okay, here we can this one we can modify as 4 MB. Okay, max transfer size. So I can copy this command and I can run this. Okay, here I am taking the backup of backup DB. If you run this this one you can check, okay, whether how much time it is taking. In 500 GB database I have run last time this full backup. No, if it take half an hour, if you run this it may take 20 minutes. Okay, last time it took half an hour, it may take 20 minutes, and again you can check whether to increase 28 buffers and you can run. Okay, so to enhance the performance of the backup, to run faster, you can do some testings on each and every database, and then you can apply those changes to that, and you can keep the buffer count as performance is good. Okay, so depending upon the buffer counts, it vary, buffer counts and max transfer size we can increase. Okay, buffer count can be increased at anything. Also too many buffer counts also can hamper the performance. You are keeping like 48 or 56, something like that. If you keep that, then it will hamper the performance and it will slow down the backups. So you should not keep, you have to keep in mind about that as well. So hope you might have understood that about that. And whenever we do this task right in background, it is reading through reader thread and writing through writer thread. Also we have here one more thread. Okay, here I said now one by one it will write, and whenever this reader thread finished its task, writer will write one by one. All together it will not reader thread will not read and writer thread will not write. So one by one it will go. Same like that, we have one more thread, and also it is control reader and writer thread is controlled by controller thread. So controller thread means here reader thread will be reading, no, so writer thread will be writing, no, here. So the whatever the task doing by reader and writer thread, it is controlled by controller thread. Okay, so it has to read and write properly. It will check. Okay, it will check whether it is performing well or not. We have three types of thread: background, whenever we take the backup, so everything it will be returned to buffer, so at the last, and also it will modify to BAK file. It is the RAM. Okay, so this is the case we can tell. And also one is strike backup to enhance the performance of the backup, and another is we can increase the buffer counts and max transfer size, that you can tell in the interview. And again we have here SQL Server Backup Worker Threads and Task. Okay, so for example, now we have here FFG, we have three files, right? One MDF and two NDF, three data files we have here. So here if we have three data files, then we will be having three reader threads. So if we divide this backup to split backup into four parts, then we will be having four writer threads. Okay, and there will be one controller thread. Completely we have, if you calculate 3 plus 4 plus 1, then we have 8 worker threads in the background if we take the backup in the stripe backup. Also if we have for example if we have 10 data files, 1 MDF and 9 NDF files, we will be splitting the backups into 8 parts. Okay, then 8 writer threads will be there and one controller thread. Then we can count it as 10 plus 8 plus 1. Completely 19 worker threads will be running in background to take the backup. Okay, to run the backup task. So again another example, simple example, if you want, means for example we have 5 data files, 1 MDF and 4 NDF, 5 data files. We want to break into 4 parts. Okay, into split backup. So 4 writers thread will be there plus 1 controller thread. Total 10 worker threads will be working in the background. So this is one I wanted to explain you guys. That's it for today's class. Hope you like this video. Please if you like this, please share and subscribe to my channel. Bye, take care, thank you.